pay-per-view matches in the last 5 years than Ziggler. This is 50th pay-per-view match, the biggest of his career.
But you're right, though. Ambrose was playing mind games. Got Ziggler to start doubting himself. The only problem is, it seems like he fired him up.
Dolph Ziggler just adding gasoline to the fire. Roll up by Ziggler.
And your point, David.
Over a quick one.
Dean actually believes he is in Dolph Ziggler's head.
Oh, roll up again here by Ziggler, looking to put away the champion quickly.
But I think he is in Dolph Ziggler's head. I think it worked.
Right now, Dolph is putting on a wrestling clinic.
Yeah, I don't think it worked the way that he wanted it to.
Went to Kent State as a walk-on, became the winningest wrestler in their history.
He's going to be inducted in that school's Hall of Fame in September with that drop kick on Ambrose. Would like to attend as WWE World Champion.
He's a multi-time world champion, had one of the greatest Money in the Bank cash-ins we've ever seen out right over the Meadowlands day after WrestleMania.
So did Dean Ambrose. That's how he became champion, and Ziggler delivers a swinging neckbreaker outside the ring.
Can't win it out there, Dolph. Dolph's been in enough championship matches, he knows that.
It was at the last Money in the Bank that Dean Ambrose won the contract, cashed it in later that night at the expense of his former Shield brethren. Seth Rollins going for the dirty deeds. Wow. Whoa. Tosses Ziggler to the floor. And I think emotion could play a crucial role in this matchup.
Look at this, Ziggler going for that DDT, but Ambrose, throwing him clean out of the ring.
And John, you've been a champion. You have to be careful with your emotion in a matchup of this magnitude.
Yeah, when you have somebody like Dolph Ziggler as fired up as Dolph is to come in here and get this opportunity again for a WWE Championship, Dean Ambrose knows you got to weather the storm. Because a guy like Dolph is going to come out smoking. He's going to throw everything at you. He's fired up. You want to weather that storm.
And let's not take anything away from Dean Ambrose, who, David, he's had to scratch and claw all his life to get what's his. And now he is at the top of the food chain as WWE World Champ.
Oh, you know, he's not the most sophisticated champ, but he earned it.
Boy, that is newsworthy.
But he earned it, and he represents that title well. But conversely, he says that Dolph Ziggler hasn't earned anything. And frankly, that's why he hasn't gotten his big shot.
And Ambrose, a fighting champion, as he has Ziggler on the top turnbuckle. Oh, no. Looking for a avalanche. Butterfly suplex from the top. And Ambrose with a 2 count.
And to your point, David, Dean Ambrose is just, as what you just saw, is as talented as you can be. It's why he is the WWE World Champion. He just looks like he robbed a homeless mannequin.
The thing about Ambrose is people say he's crazy. But
Oh, cover here by Ambrose.
That may be, but he's also crazy confident in his own skills, and that is a dangerous thing.
It's hard to game plan a guy like Dean Ambrose because he doesn't know what he's going to do.
Oh, well, he just put the sole of his boot into the midsection of Dolph Ziggler. Oh, well, he just put the sole of his boot into the midsection of Dolph Ziggler.
Wait a minute, JBL, did you say homeless mannequin?
Yes.
Mannequins don't have homes, they're not alive.
That is how bad that Dean Ambrose is that he would rob a homeless mannequin then.
Single leg grab here by Ambrose, but very confident as well, doing a little flexing here and putting pressure on the lower lumbar region of Dolph Ziggler.
Well, you don't want to be overconfident, especially because Dolph Ziggler is an amateur wrestling champion. And this doesn't exactly fit Ambrose's game plan here.
Reversal by Ziggler, shoulders down. Kick out by Ambrose. Oh! There have been some legendary WWE World Championship matches at SummerSlam. The brother battle between Bret and Owen Hart in 1994. John Cena, Daniel Bryan in 2013.
See what I mean?
Snap suplex by Ambrose.
No, he's definitely crazy.
He's a lunatic.
I don't know if that was wise going over and shaking the referee's hand.
And of course, who can't forget The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. 2002, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, to battle the Viper Randy Orton later tonight here at SummerSlam.
Again, that was crazy, but Ambrose showed he can take a beating.
Ziggler up on his feet. Ambrose! Oh, and he caught him with a drop kick in midair. Perfectly timed by Ziggler.
Let's look at this. Ambrose comes off, and look at this beautiful drop kick. Boom! Right on the button.
And you just know if Ziggler becomes a 3-time WWE World Champion, he's going to party like his hometown Cleveland Indians. Mike Napoli misses with the super kick.
Oh,
this could be it.
Ambrose with the 2 count. Ziggler able to lift that left shoulder just in the nick of time.
This is planted.
Ambrose continuing with the mind game, just taunting.
He has absolute disdain for Dolph.
Trash-talking Dolph Ziggler. Setting him up here. Oh, mocking Dolph Ziggler.
You gotta love this.
Ambrose looking for the dirty deeds. Instead, Ziggler unloads a right hand and sends Ambrose to the outside.
Oh, there's that DDT.
Ziggler just planted Ambrose with a DDT. Do we have a new champion? No.
One of the problems with Dean Ambrose, he has such disdain for Dolph that there's a lack of respect there. I mean, this is a multi-time world champion. He's one of the best athletes we've had in the WWE.
No, you're right. To your point, he can't afford to. Wow, what an impact. He can't afford to take Ziggler lightly here.
Neither can afford to take the other lightly. They are contesting the WWE World Championship here on the biggest stage of summer, SummerSlam, and Ambrose now firing off those right hands. Oh,
that famouser.
Yeah, Ziggler looking for the famouser. Instead, he's rolled up for a 2 count. Oh! Shoulder first into that unforgiving steel post. Ziggler looking to exploit this opportunity. There's the famouser. Plants him face first. Ziggler looking to become a 3-time champion, but couldn't get the 3 count.
Look at this. Ziggler sidestep. Boom. Golly.
Dolph has won so many matches on his quickness and athleticism. That is it on display right there.
We saw how emotional Dolph Ziggler got this past week on SmackDown Live. Addressing Dolph Ziggler before he decked him with a super kick. He said earlier tonight he's just 1 super kick away from becoming a 3-time WWE World Champion. Oh! Malfunction at the junction.
Both thinking the exact same thing here. Both going to that crossbody at the same time. You say great minds think alike, but I'm not sure Dean Ambrose even thinks.
Dolph
But
Ziggler
it has been successful for Dean Ambrose, whatever he does.
survived a 6-pack challenge match against the likes of Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, John Cena, AJ Styles, and Bray Wyatt to earn this opportunity. And now it's Ambrose lighting him up with punches and chops. Picking up momentum is the WWE World Champion. Reversal on the Irish Whip, and he levels Ziggler with that clothesline.
Got him exactly where he wants him. I think Ambrose is talking.
Problem is, Davis, I think he answers.
Running Bulldog by the champion. The Kingpin going all the way to the top turnbuckle. Ziggler struggling to get back up to a vertical base. He doesn't really know where he is. And he gets blocked with that elbow.
Here we go.
Could be it right now. Almost.
Just a 2 count. Ambrose frustrated with the referee's cadence of the count. Meanwhile, Ziggler, Dolph. David, what does Dolph Ziggler have to do to try to get himself back into this matchup?
Right now, Dolph needs to shake out the cobwebs, but he needs to go back to what he's good at.
Little mind games going on by Dean Ambrose. He has absolute contempt for Dolph Ziggler.
Reversal by Ziggler, now has him up, looking for that sleeper hold, trying to scissor the body.
Ed Lewis won a lot of championships with that scissor hold, with that sleeper hold.
And they both got jumped outside of the ring, and again, you cannot become WWE World Champion. Dolph Ziggler can't by count out. They have a count of 10. Only by pinfall or submission. Both very cognizant of that fact, but what a struggle it has been here between Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. The WWE World Championship at stake. Super kick on the outside.
Referee's at a count of 6.
Ziggler needs to break the count or get Ambrose back in.
Because if Ziggler gets in by himself, he wins the match, but he didn't win the championship. He's got to get Dean in there.
And he does just that, and if he goes for the cover.
Not even close.
Powers out.
Took too much time to get him back in. But look at this. Sets back.
Is what Dolph Ziggler said all he needed to win a championship. He just needed to do it right in the middle of the ring.
Dean Ambrose successfully retained the championship at Battleground against his former Shield brethren, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Rollins vying to become the first Universal Champion tonight. against Finn Balor. The super kick blocked by Ambrose.
Oh!
Zigzag!
Oh!
Zigzag! Zigzag!
Whoa!
It wasn't enough.
Now that was as close gets. Look at
Dean
this.
going for the dirty deeds. Dolph counters, zigzag. But it's not enough to put the lunatic away, and Dolph to become the 3-time world champion.
And really it was the champion, Dean Ambrose, goading Dolph Ziggler into proving himself yet again. Ziggler fully aware that this may be his last opportunity to become WWE World Champion.
Well, you never know, as you say, Mauro, when that last opportunity is going to come.
Look at this vicious side of Ziggler, too. I've never seen him.
Got his grapevine and that sleeper on him. There's your hold, Mauro.
Is it going to be enough to force Ambrose to tap and to make Ziggler a 3-time world champion?
Ambrose is scrambling. Ambrose knows the severity of what he's in.
Nice escape by Ambrose. Oh! Lunatic lariat by Ambrose! And Ziggler could be out! Will it be another successful title defense here at SummerSlam for the Kingpin, Dean Ambrose? Man, he's wasting a lot of time, guys.
I think he's got something else he's planning.
Do you agree with this strategy, John?
No, I don't, but that's Dean Ambrose for you. He answers to a different drummer than I've ever seen anybody.
But that's what makes him so successful.
It has been successful for him. You're right, David. You can't argue with that success.
Just had his egg scrambled on the top turnbuckle, courtesy of Dolph Ziggler.
That's why Ambrose is hard to prepare for, because he's unorthodox. You never know what the guy's going to do.
Yeah, you're exactly right, David. Enjoy Ambrose while you can, because with that style, he won't be around long.
I don't know if Ambrose is going to enjoy this. Dolph Ziggler looking for the superplex. Being defended thus far by Ambrose.
Ambrose sat down, exactly what he needs to do to counter it. Now it's Dolph in trouble.
And Dolph Ziggler crashes back to the canvas in a heap. Whoa!
Ambrose holds on with both arms. I don't blame him. The WWE Championship is at stake.
Headbutt from Ziggler. Another one, softening up the champion. Looking for that face buster block. Dirty deeds by Dean Ambrose. And it's game, set, match. Dean Ambrose retains the WWE World Championship here at SummerSlam.
And still the WWE World Champion, Dean Ambrose.
This Dean Ambrose has a face that would set off a fire alarm, but he is an incredibly talented champion.
Not the most orthodox champion in WWE history, but he remains Kingpin after a hard-fought battle against Dolph Ziggler, who falls short in an attempt to become a 3-time champion tonight.
And Ambrose is walking out the WWE World Champion. And by the way, the only place you can see that prestigious title, the greatest title in all of sports entertainment, is on SmackDown Live on Tuesday nights.